The Price of Paradise. Book 3 of the Divine Space Pirates. Written by C.S. Johnson. Narrated by Scott and Andrea Senff.
One. A muted amount of simulated sunlight sprinkled down from the ceiling lights softly as the beginning of the night's end arrived. The room was peaceful and quiet, warm and comforting. All of it was calling her back to coveted sleep, almost tempting her to fall away from the real world for a few more moments. Almost, Aerie thought groggily, turning over in her half-slumber. She reached out and felt the coldness of the empty sheets beside her. Instantly, the silence of the room, the one she now shared with Exton, suddenly seemed heavy with his brooding. Her eyes blinked open, and she looked over to find Exton in the dim light. He was on the other side of the room, sitting at his desk. There was a book open in front of him, but he was clearly preoccupied with his own enigmatic thoughts rather than lost in the world of his novel. Aerie felt a sense of helplessness settle over her. With the war going on around the world, there was always plenty to mull over, and there was very little she felt she could do to make it better for either of them. It didn't help that in the last week since they had returned to the Perdition, Aerie knew both she and Exton had trouble sleeping for more than a few hours at a time. The sense of helplessness increased. Her husband was still much of a stranger to her, even if she did claim his heart and his body as her own. And now his name, too, she reminded herself, allowing that sense of complete belonging to wash over her once more. The warmth of that confidence allowed her a moment of reprieve from the chilly reality before her. Aerie continued to watch Exton silently as he leaned over the book on his desktop. He was partially turned away from her, his face hidden, even as it allowed her a clear view of his broad shoulders and muscled back. If his mood was less forlorn, Aerie might have allowed herself the time to remember the strength of his back under her hands, the tautness of his body as it moved along hers, and the desperate eagerness of their passion as it overcame and consumed them. As if he sensed her gaze, he sat up straighter.
"Are you awake, Aerie?"
Exton asked. His
Sample complete. Ready to continue?